it has so many different sort of fiddly bits. Like if your bag's too big, it doesn't like it. If your bag touches the door, it doesn't like it. If your skin touches the thing, it doesn't like it. So yeah, the good things are this. If you watch wrestling, it is like being in the Elimination Chamber. Time and Miller the bald asshole here, being all bald and assholey. And the first question you should ask yourself is, am I actually wearing any trousers, or am I sat here in my pants or my underwear? For my American friends, you will never know. It's always going to be one of those mysteries of life. Right, something happened today when I was in the gym and it made me laugh so much, I was like, I got to turn this into a list, because it's not the first time this happened to me, and it undoubtedly won't be the last. But yeah, like gyms, they just do this weird shib. No matter where, you can be in America, Australia, New Zealand, and obviously here in England, and it just seems to be like a disease that runs through them. So here's the 7 dumbest things that all gyms do. Number 7, this will happen to me today, is when on the sound system, they play sad songs. Like really downbeat, miserable, depressing music. Like this. Why would you do this? Like, obviously, I like metal, right? I like rock, I like all kinds of music, but that's my favorite. I don't expect you to be blaring out Slayer or Dimmu Borgir, proper like, I get you can't do that, because sometimes it's too aggressive for people and they're going to be intimidating. You want to create an atmosphere that people want to be in. But why the hell? The worst one, I was training with my mate in Bedford. Shout out to Bedford. This was years ago. This is how long it's been going on. And we were doing squats or bench or some kind of compound movement. And on the sound system, we got that song, The Fields of Gold, but not by Police or Sting. Like the really sad one. And we'll remember me in the... And that woman died. I'm not laughing at that, but I was like, what are they doing? It wasn't the radio. I know some gyms play the radio. This was a playlist, and someone, as they were going on for, we should play that Fields of Gold song. So what, you want me to reflect? It's like a 3.5 minute song, too long for a rest. So you want me to sit there and like reflect on my life, and I'm supposed to be getting all pumped up. It just finishes you off. It just stops. You lose all your adrenaline. You lose all your momentum. And it's like, why have we done this? And it happened to me again the other day in the gym. I didn't recognize the song, but it was sad. I was like, come on, you've got to give me something. Number 6 is the cleaner. I respect the cleaner, especially at the moment. You got to keep those gyms clean. But they come in there with that mop, right? And they're mopping away. And you'll be on a bench or whatever, usually in the middle of their exercise. And because they need to mop every single... I get it, it's their job. But they need to mop every single ounce of that floor. Inch of that floor. So they just start smashing you in the leg with the mop. This has happened to me a handful of times. Maybe I'm just a conduit for this kind of stuff. Be like... I'm really happy that you're keeping the gym clean, the cleaners over here. But can you stop hitting me in the foot with a mop? Especially when I have heavy things above my head, because terrible things may go down. But yeah, more than a handful of times. If it was once or twice, it'd be like, that's funny. But when you get there, it becomes a thing. Like, I breathe more than 5 times. I pay my taxes more than 5 times. I've been hit by a mop by a cleaner more than 5 times. And in different gyms. Next time it happens, I'm going to whip my phone out and I'm going to ask why they're doing this. And I'm going to record it for this YouTube channel. This is the best thing about being able to get all this stuff off my chest. Now, next time I see it, I'm going to start naming and shaming. And I'm making a whole video series and people will be like, that guy is a dick. Right, number 5 is a little bit of a cheat, because this one does only pertain to me. And I doubt you've ever had this situation, but it still kills me. And I'm going to name and shame. Easy Gym in Croydon, right? It was a day like at the moment, it's so hot here in the UK. And I was training, I was doing deadlifts. And in the free weight section was 3 guys training with their tops off. This is a massive no-no, especially now. This was years ago, but that is a massive no-no to me wherever. If you want to wear a skimpy vest, look, I'm doing it right now. I get it, that's fine. If you want to wear whatever kind of gym clothing works for you and makes you feel comfortable and confident, awesome. But that does not include taking your shirt off. Unless you're in a hardcore bodybuilding gym and you finish your session and you're doing bodybuilding poses. That's fine. Then you can do it. Otherwise, no. These 3 guys, they were sweating over everything. They weren't cleaning anything up. They weren't tidying. And the guy had the audacity to come up to me, and I wasn't even done. I was doing deadlifts. I wasn't even done. I just walked away. I had to get some water, to go to the loo, whatever. And he came back and said, can you put your weights away, please? I said, what? He goes, can you put your weights away, please? Because he was a Muppet.
It's the Muppet Show with our very special guest star, Mr. Steve Martin.
And I said, look, 1, I always put my weights away. You know this. You see me in here all the time. I'm a stickler for that stuff. Also known as, an asshole. But what about those 3 guys over there that are half naked? Because that can't be in the gym rules. Like, you've got gym rules everywhere saying put your weights away, fair enough, and you're trying to enforce them. What about Huey, Dewey, and Louie over here who are walking around like a couple of Chippendales? He went, well, they can do whatever they want. Well, they can do whatever they want. Why? It was just it's not really part of the... No. And again, not all gyms do this, but you need to have rules. Yes, put all the weights away. Clean up after yourself. But do not train half naked. Well, maybe I'll just go in there completely naked and just twirl my thing around. I regret it before I said it. But it has to draw a line. There has to draw a line. Please don't do it. Number 4 goes back to music. And my girlfriend actually pointed this one out, so fair play to her, is the inappropriately rude song that it does play in my gym. I remember first time, I got to figure out what it is. I'd love to play it to you. I remember first time I heard it, I always have my own music on, or most of the time. And I was like, is they just dropping like F-bombs and mother hubbards? I was like, no. So I turned my music off, and yeah, it's like a proper hardcore grime track. I don't know who it was, maybe Wiley. No, not Wiley, screw that guy. But, maybe Stormzy or someone like that. And it was just going, F this, F this. I'm so old, like a 70-year-old man. Is that appropriate, young man? I think you should play something else. And they put on Nat King Cole.
Unforgettable.
Oh, lovely. But honestly, because I never pointed this out to her, she came training with me once and she said the same thing. She was like, it's this. I said, yes, it's weird, isn't it? And it just is weird. Maybe I'm just a bit of an old fuddy-duddy, but I didn't expect it. And I have had this. I mean, it depends on the gym. If I go into a hardcore gym, man, you'll get all things coming over the tannoy. But when you're in more mainstream gyms, which this is, it just made me laugh because there were like older people in there, and I sort of saw a few people's faces a little bit screwed up. I was like, maybe they're offended. Maybe I'm just looking for it now. But you shouldn't be, just don't do it. Like, if you're an easy gym or a pure gym or a 24-hour fitness or, whatever these chain gyms are, you probably don't want to do that. It was hilarious. It's just like, flub and shib, Mother Hubbard, here I come again. And I was like, all right. Number 3, I'm going to stick with songs now because I'm just on a rant with it. If they play the same song over and over again, there's this one dance track, and it's the dance track at the moment. You have to forgive me. I don't know dance artists. It's not my thing. 6, 7, 8 times. Again, it was that thing. I'm like, are they playing the same song? And it wasn't just they did it on a Monday. It's like I went back on the Thursday at the same time. They did it again. It must be because they're doing a class or something. But I was like, you cannot play the same song over and over again. I was like, are you trying to torture me? Am I secretly in a torture chamber and you're trying to extract information? I don't even have any information to give you. How did you lose your hair? Mother Nature kicked my ass. Everyone always says that. Like, oh, Simon, you just don't worry about it. I don't worry about it. But you forget, I've only been bald for 6 years, and I had hair for like 2 decades before that. It's going to take me a while. Number 2, this one is not something I've encountered because I don't do classes in gym. It's not my thing. So again, shout out to my girlfriend because she's 100% true. I've seen it. When you sign up for a class, you get told, I shouldn't have done it. Be there 5-10 minutes beforehand. We need to set up. We need to organize the situation, and we need to treat this like a military operation. And if we don't, we just kick you out. You never get to be classes again. And you get there, and this is when I've seen it, everyone just waits outside the door. Everybody is there. And the teacher comes up, oh, I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, so let's all go. And then they frantically start. So you could have got there 30 seconds before and it would have been exactly the same. I've seen that in gyms around me. I've seen that in gyms in other countries. I've seen gyms in different counties around the UK as I've been training and traveling, all of that stuff. Anytime you see a herd of people like Cal outside of a door, they're waiting for a class and that the trainer or the class leader is late. And they're all so mad. So their faces are, I left work early for this. Well, learn. And then the one time you do learn, you'll get that the class will start and you won't be allowed in. Number 1 is the rise of the 24-hour gym. And it's not necessarily stupid, and sometimes I quite like it because I like to pretend I'm in the elimination chamber, but it can be done when it breaks, and it's happened to me a few times. It's the gym pod. I'll try and find a picture of it. There's got to be a video on the internet that I can show off with, like that they must have in their advertising.
Enter it on the pin pad at the doors and head inside. If you have any problems getting into your club, just press this button for assistance.
But yeah, because you put your code in, bleep, 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 and the pod goes shroom, and you get in the pod, it goes shroom, and then the other one goes, the other side goes shroom, and you leave. But it has so many different sort of fiddly bits. Like if your bag's too big, it doesn't like it. If your bag touches the door, it doesn't like it. If your skin touches the thing, it doesn't like it. So the good things are this. If you watch wrestling, it is like being in the elimination chamber. I always run out there as if I'm Triple H about to whoop somebody's ass. And 2, if you like Star Trek, it's a little bit like you're in some kind of magic transporter. But unfortunately, more of the time, or the bad times, when you get stuck in it, you instantly become 7 years old. You're like looking around, you can't get out, you're not even claustrophobic, but you're starting to get like, man, these walls are closing in just because you wanted to go and lift weights. And now you're trapped in a pod, and there's always people behind you wanting to give their look, idiot got trapped in the pod. You're like, what did I do? I put my code in and stepped into the pod, you butt munch. Like, what do you want me to do? But it has happened to me a lot. I always chuckle away. I'm absolutely dying. But would I rather that didn't happen in my life? Yes. There you go. Bunch of dumb things that gyms do. Makes me laugh every single time. Genuinely hilarious. I love the gym. I really, really do. Make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe, hit the bell button, ding, ding. Just go to the description. Patrons in there, merchandise is in there, social media is in there. You can watch more videos that are on the screen now. And it's the reveal. Am I wearing, I teased this, we're going to do it now. If you stay to the end, you get a little treat, or not a treat, depending on what the reveal is going to be. Am I wearing pants, or am I wearing trousers? Let's find out. Give me a drum roll. All right, here we go.